Chapter 81 Dad is here. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yu Tianlin shook his head and said, I'm sorry, Senior Yang, your request is too much, please forgive me. Then what are you going to do, kid? Yu Tianlin rejected his proposal again, making Yang Wudi very irritable. I've already taken a step back, don't push yourself. That Yu Tianlin really had no choice but to say, Senior Yang, I am really willing to give you the Yoxiang Qilua Immortal product, and if you don't believe me, there is nothing I can do. Yang Wudi's expression turned completely cold, and the situation fell into a stalemate for a moment. At this moment, a loud laugh sounded. On Wudi, I heard that you are going to detain my son. A lot of old seniors are bullying children. It's probably not good to spread the word, that it's Dad. Yu Tianlin was overjoyed, and in a flash of thought, he knew that the person who broke the deadlock had come, but even so, I am afraid that there must be a fight, and Yang Wudi would definitely take the first shot, take himself down, and take the upper hand, so Yu Tianlin without any hesitation, Tianlin immediately possessed his martial soul and ran towards the gate. Sure enough, as Yu Tianlin expected, after hearing this loud laugh, Yang Wudi's complexion suddenly changed, and he appeared in front of Yu Tianlin like a teleportation, reaching out to grab him. Seeing that Yu Tianlin was about to be captured, at this moment, a black mask rose from the ground instantly, separating Yu Tianlin and Yang Wudi. It was Sui Jianpain who made the move. Yu Tianlin knew that this black shield was Sui Jianpain's fifth soul skill, which had reached the 10,000-year level, and its defensive power was very good. Of course, Yang Wudi couldn't stop Yang Wudi just because of this, but Yang Wudi wanted to take Yu Tianlin as a hostage, and he was afraid that he would really hurt Yu Tianlin, so he didn't use the soul-breaking spear. In the unarmed state, the black shield can block him no matter what. Yu Tianlin took advantage of the little time Sui Jianpain had won, backed away quickly, and appeared at the gate of the meeting hall in a blink of an eye. Only then did Yang Wudi shatter the black shield, and just as he was about to strike again, a figure shrouded in electric light rushed towards him head-on. It was Yu Tianlin's father, Yu Mingfeng. Boom! After confronting Yang Wudi with a bang, the two retreated at the same time. Yang Wudi retreated to his patriarch's seat, while Yu Mingfeng retreated to the entrance of the meeting hall. Yu Tianlin quickly came to Yu Mingfeng's side, and said with concern, Father, are you okay? That he saw a few small cuts on his father's palm, and couldn't help but feel a little worried. No problem. Waved his hand, while Yu Mingfeng's soul power was running, the wound on his palm healed at a speed visible to the naked eye. Looking directly at Yang Wudi opposite him, he said, as expected of Senior Yang, the soul-breaking spear lives up to its reputation. You too. Yang Wudi put Diane's dark palm behind his back. What a blue Dian Tyrannosaurus Rex. Although the two just fought hard for their soul power just now, their soul power has the characteristics of their own martial soul, so they praise each other's martial soul. Just when the two were confronting each other, a black shadow flashed past and appeared beside Yu Tianlin. Yu Tianlin was startled, and subconsciously prepared to make a move, but the father beside him pressed his palm on Yu Tianlin's body. On Lin's shoulder, the powerful soul power belonging to Yu Mingfeng poured into Yu Tianlin's body immediately, suppressing his own soul power, and made Yu Tianlin withdraw from the spirit possession state. In the spirit possessed state, Yu Tianlin's 3 purple soul rings were too ostentatious. That's why Yu Mingfeng made such a move. Master Tianlin, it's me. He Ying also opened his mouth to reveal his identity, and Yu Tianlin took a closer look, and it turned out to be Sui Jianpain. Following Sui Jianpain's arrival, there was a burst of shouting outside the conference hall, and soon a group of people came. All of them were children of the Posey clan, and all of them summoned their soul-breaking guns, facing Yu Tianlin and the other 3. You should be Yu Mingfeng. Yang Wudi walked over slowly, but he didn't get too close. At a distance of about 20 meters, a 2-foot-long spear appeared in his hand. The whole body of the spear was pitch black, with cold light flashing. The barrel of the spear was 8 feet long, and the remaining 4 feet were all the tip of the spear. 2 yellows, 2 purples and 4 blacks, 8 soul rings with the best ratio hovered around the spear. As soon as the spirit came out, the powerful aura of the Contra level was released immediately. Fortunately, Yu Mingfeng appeared in front of Yu Tianlin and Sui Jianpain at this time. blocking the pressure of Contra for them. At this time, the three of Yu Tianlin were at the gate of the conference hall. Dozens of soul-breaking guns were aimed at the three of them outside the conference hall, and some of them even reached the level of soul saints. Soul gun, but it is at the level of Contra. The situation was very unfavorable for Yu Tianlin and the three of them for a while. The Broken Clan is a big battle, but Yu Mingfeng didn't take it seriously. As the lightning flashed, wide blue-purple dragon wings spread out from behind him, 8 soul rings exactly the same as Yang Wudi soared up. Yu Tianlin was stunned suddenly. Dad is Bahuan? Oh, that's right, when I went to obtain the 3rd spirit ring, my father was in retreat. Now that 3 months have passed, it is normal for my father to break through to level, and obtain the 8th spirit ring. The wide dragon wings flapped a few times. Yu Mingfeng raised Yu Tianlin and Zhuo Jianpain with his left and right hands respectively, and said, although there are many of you, I'm afraid you still won't be able to stop me. The meaning is obvious, I can fly, I am dumbfounded. Unless the martial soul has its own flying ability, or has flying soul skills, a soul master must reach the realm of title Douluo to fly in the air with powerful soul power. Obviously, none of these 3 conditions meet. Seeing the dragon wings behind Yumming Peak, Yang Wudi suddenly fell silent. Yu Tianlin finally breathed a sigh of relief and asked, Dad, why are you here? You little idiot. Yu Mingfeng said unhappily, I have lived in the Peji clan for 2 months, and I didn't realize that they were imprisoning you in a disguised form. Fortunately, Zhuo Jianpain is an old Jianghu with a keen sense, so he discovered this early on. On the surface calm and collected, but in fact secretly reported the news to the sect through a special channel, so I was able to arrive in time to save you. Okay, Yu Tianlin was also scratching his head a little bit. Yang Wudi told himself the details of the fairy herbs without reservation, and helped him refine the antidote potion. So enthusiastic, Yu Tianlin didn't have much social experience. I really didn't realize that I was under house arrest in disguise, but Zhuo Jianpain is really powerful. No wonder Grandpa arranged for him to protect him. It is quite reliable. Not only sent a message to the sect to ask for support in time, but also instantly cast a black shield at a critical moment to help him block Yang Wudi. Zhuo Jianpain, God forever. Yu Tianlin thanked him sincerely. Uncle Zhuo, thank you so much. If it weren't for Zhuo Jianpain, today's matter would not have ended well. Zhuo Jianpain said calmly, it's okay, Master Tianlin. It's all my job. End of this chapter. Chapter 82. Even after you've done it, you still want grass jelly? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Okay, let's stop here for reminiscing about the old days. Seeing Yu Tianlin and the 3 of them chatting in the circle surrounded by his Peji clan, Yang Wudi said coldly, Yu Mingfeng, your son promised to use fairy herbs to make it with me. In the end, after I fulfilled the transaction content, your son wanted to go back on his word. Is this the method you used in the last 3 cases? Immortal herb, what is that? Yu Mingfeng was taken aback for a moment, apparently not knowing what Yang Wudi was talking about, but he still asked his son, Xiaolin, is there such a thing? Yu Tianlin shook his head and replied, no, Dad, I wasn't going to go back on my word. That sounds good. Why didn't you plan to go back on your word in the first place? The underlying meaning is that you are going to go back on it now. Hearing Yu Tianlin's reply, Yang Wudi sternly said, it's all just excuses. Promise. Seeing the aggressive Yang Wudi, Yu Tianlin said calmly, Senior Yang, you have taught me a lot when you come to the Posey clan this time. I don't think I need to teach you such basic principles again. Whether you believe it or not, I was indeed prepared to fulfill the agreement. That thing is really useless to me, and it's okay to give it to you. So although there are some differences between us, I have been discussing with you. Even if you have been aggressive all the time, I just want to persuade you, negotiate a solution, and finally give you the fairy herb. However, when my father appeared, you did not hesitate to attack me. Having said this, Yu Tianlin's tone turned cold. Doing it means tearing up the agreement, so the previous agreement is naturally obsolete. Yang Wudi was suddenly out of breath, and the soul-breaking gun in his hand surged with light, which made Yu Mingfeng vigilant, and the dragon's wings trembled slightly, ready to take off at any time. Yu Tianlin continued, Senior Yang, in fact, even if my father comes and takes me back, as long as you don't attack me halfway, I will definitely fulfill the agreement when I go back. Unfortunately, you still can't trust me after all. Want to capture me directly? Huh, well said. Yu Mingfeng smiled. There will inevitably be disagreements after the agreement is finalized, but this can be resolved through negotiation, but you, Senior Yang, chose to do it, so it is only natural that the agreement be voided. Hearing these words, Yang Wudi's face became even uglier, as if there were flames burning in his eyes, and the veins on his temples throbbed. It could be seen that he was extremely angry now. Senior Yang, save yourself, you should know it's useless. Yang Wudi looked like he was about to explode at any moment. Yu Mingfeng said while maintaining vigilance, although my 2 hands it's a bit inconvenient to carry the 2 of them, but I can fly after all. Even if you join forces with the tribesmen outside to launch an attack, it will hurt me at most. If you can't keep me, then it's meaningless to do it. It can only make the situation worse. As the head of the clan, you can't even control your anger. Being bullied by Yu Tianlin and his son in a row, Yang Wudi was furious, but remembering his identity as the patriarch, he could only take a few breaths, forcefully suppressed the urge to strike, and shouted, "Leave, immediately. Then we'll say goodbye." Seeing Yang Wudi lose his composure, Yu Mingfeng didn't take it seriously. He flapped his dragon wings and took off, quickly left, and soon disappeared into the sky as a small black The disciples of the Posey clan outside the door hesitated for a moment when they heard Yang Wudi's roar, but did not try to stop him. Patriarch, we. Yu Mingfeng stepped aside to open the door, and the children of the Posey clan outside were able to enter the meeting hall, and saw Yang Wudi who was panting non-stop. The Blue Lightning Overlord School, like the Haotian School, is not a good thing. In the future, I will see people from these 2 sects beating one another, and I will beat them to death first. Well, people from the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect don't go to the Star Luo Empire very much anyway. Yang Wudi probably will hardly meet another one. As for the Haotian sect, they close the mountain gate and don't come out for a walk. Oh, by the way, there is still Tang San in the Clear Sky School, if he wants to subdue the Peji clan in the future, not to mention the furious Yang Wudi over there. Yu Mingfeng took the 2 of them flying for about an hour before finding a forest and settling down. Okay, let's fix it here first. After Yu Mingfeng gave the order to repair, Sui Jianping had the foresight to dodge to the distance to be vigilant. Of course, the warning is false, and it is true to stay away and not hinder their father and son's conversation. Seeing Sui Jianping walk away, Yu Mingfeng sat cross-legged on the grass and said, "Tell me, what's going on?" Yu Tianlin explained succinctly, "I came to find Yang Wudi to make a deal." He fulfilled the deal without hesitation, and then asked me to fulfill the deal as soon as possible. I told him that he must wait for me to go back before fulfilling the deal. I don't agree. So that's what happened. Yu Mingfeng rolled his eyes. Are you going to prostitute for free? Yang Wudi could agree to it, and I would definitely not agree to it. The corner of Yu Tianlin's mouth twitched. White prostitution, can you stop talking so badly? Forget it. Yu Mingfeng stretched his waist. Anyway, this matter is over. Yu Tianlin was not so relaxed, and said, "Father, the year of my soul ring has been leaked, it should be a little troublesome." Yu Mingfeng smiled and said, "It's actually not bad. From the beginning to the end, only Sui Jianping and Yang Wudi saw your soul ring. Sui Jianping absolutely trusts him, he won't tell it. As for Yang Wudi, he probably won't either. Talk nonsense. After all, if you were attacked because he revealed the secret of your soul ring, then Yang Wudi will also be responsible for it. Then let your grandfather come to talk to him in person." "That's good." Yu Tianlin nodded, and immediately asked, "By the way, Dad, why did you come so timely today? The time card is just right." "It's all thanks to Sui Jianping." Yu Mingfeng explained, "Actually, I arrived in Fengxing City 2 days ago, but I didn't do anything. I just got in touch with Sui Jianping first, until today Yang Wudi called you when he entered the conference hall, but stopped Sui Jianping from entering. He sensed that something was wrong, and used secret means to inform me to get ready." Not long after, a powerful momentum erupted in the conference hall, and Zhuo Jianpain immediately knowing that Yang Wudi is going to attack you, he quickly passed all the news to me, so I can naturally appear at the critical moment. So it turned out that if Yang Wudi didn't test him with the coercion of soul power, Yu Mingfeng wouldn't be able to figure out the situation. Even if he was going to do something, he wouldn't be so decisive, so Yang Wudi would be self-defeating. End of this chapter. Chapter 83. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yu Tianlin continued to ask, Father, you are now level 81, the same level as Yang Wudi. If the two of you really fight, who will win in the end? Hearing his son's question, Yu Mingfeng smiled confidently, of course I won. Yang Wudi's Posey clan originally belonged to one of the affiliated clans of the Clear Sky School, and together with the other three clans, they are called the four single attribute clans. The so-called single attribute means that when the soul ring is attached, only one attribute is specially selected for improvement. The four single attribute clans just correspond to the four major attributes: attack power, defense power, strength, and speed. I know these things. Yu Tianlin said, the Peji clan focuses on improving their attack power, so Yang Wudi's attack power is extremely terrifying, even much stronger than the average title Douluo. It is said in the original book that the Yuji clan is specialized in defense, and the patriarch Niu Gao at the Contra level is extremely powerful in defense, and ordinary title Douluo can't break through his defense. However, even Niu Gao's defensive power couldn't stop Yang Wudi's soul-breaking spear. From this conversion, it can be concluded that Yang Wudi's attack power surpassed that of ordinary title Douluo. That's right, in terms of attack power alone, Yang Wudi is indeed extremely powerful. Yu Mingfeng nodded, and then changed his voice, but in other respects, Yang Wudi is very average. Do you know how the Broken Clan fights? Fight with your life. Because they are only powerful in terms of attack power, and other aspects are average, so when the people of the Broken Clan fight, they always attack wildly, and do not do any defense or dodge, because it is useless. Even if the opponent is sure that he can kill the members of the Peji clan, but in the same way, the powerful attack power of the Peji clan burst out before death, and can also pull the opponent to death. It's because of this desperate style of fighting that the Peji clan can fully utilize their superiority in attack power, and they can even leapfrog battles. After all, even if the opponent's strength is stronger, but in the face of desperate play, they can only restrain themselves. So it was so, Yu Tianlin immediately understood, in the original book, the reason why Yang Wudi was able to fight with a title Douluo was inseparable. Presumably this was the reason. After all, the weak are afraid of the strong are afraid of the tyrannical, and the tyrannical are afraid of death. Yu Mingfeng continued, but even so, Yang Wudi won't be my opponent if we really fight. Xiaolin, you have to remember, although this kind of soul masters who focus on improving one attribute will be very powerful. However, as long as they avoid their powerful attribute, they can easily use their they beat. Yu Tianlin's eyes lit up, and he suddenly realized, Father, I understand, you mean flying, right? That's right, that's it. Yu Mingfeng nodded. Yang Wudi's attack power is indeed extremely strong, and he also risked his life in battle. As long as he enters his field of expertise, even if his level is higher than him, it is still very important. May lose. But I'm different, I can fly. Yu Mingfeng laughed. Because of the extreme increase in attack power, his soul-breaking gun itself is very lethal, but it doesn't have the kind of long-range attack skills similar to gunlight, so as long as I fly, he will have nothing to do. Even if he wants to fight with my life, he can't do it. As long as I maintain the superiority in the air and use the lightning attribute long-range attack skills to bombard him indiscriminately, defeating him will be easy, and I won't suffer any injuries, that is, some soul power will be consumed. This is the result of only developing a single attribute. Yu Tianlin couldn't help but sigh. While one aspect is extremely strong, the weakness is also very obvious. As long as you target it, you can quickly defeat it. The four single attribute clans all have their own obvious advantages and disadvantages, but as long as they are united and complement each other's advantages, they are also quite powerful. Okay, let's not talk about this. After explaining in detail the advantages and disadvantages of single attributes and how to deal with them, Mingfeng looked at his son and said, Xiaolin, what are you going to do next? Why don't you follow me? Let's go back to Zhongmen. Dad, let's forget it. Unexpectedly, Dad said so suddenly, Yu Tianlin quickly refused, I'm going to Thunder Academy, I'm a student of Thunder Academy, it's not a problem to ask for leave all the time. Hearing his son's excuse, Mingfeng couldn't help rolling his eyes, if you don't want to go back to the sect, just say it, why pretend to be a good student? Dad, I'm really a good student. Yu Tianlin retorted, I have stayed in Thunder Academy for nearly 2 years, and the first year I was in the Thunder class, and I got a good grade of number 1 in the Thunder class. That if you hadn't brought me back to the sect in advance, it would be a piece of cake for me to take the first place in the Thunder magnitude in the second year. Yes, you are a good student. With a perfunctory sentence, Mingfeng bowed his head and thought for a while, and said, you can go to Thunder Academy if you want, there is Thunderstorm in the academy to take care of you, and there are Giant Pain guards outside the academy, so I can rest assured. But I'm afraid I won't be able to take you to Thunder Academy in person. Mingfeng said, the sect has a lot of business to do. I want to go back as soon as possible. At most, I can only take you out of the Star Luo Empire. It doesn't matter, the Peji clan won't send people to hunt them down, as long as they leave the Star Luo Empire, Yu Tianlin and Giant Pain can go to the Thunder Academy near Tiando City by themselves. After confirming the next itinerary, a group of people took action. It took Mingfeng a few days to take the two of them out of the border of the Star Luo Empire, and they parted ways after entering the kingdom at the junction of the two empires. Mingfeng returned to the sect. Yu Tianlin and Giant Pain went to Thunder Academy, Mingfeng left, no one took him to fly, Yu Tianlin was not going to go to Thunder Academy on foot like this, but the speed of the carriage was too slow, and after getting the detailed information of the fairy herbs, he just wanted to go back early, so he and Giant Pain each bought a good horse, and galloped on the horse. Except for the necessary rest time at night, the two of them have been on their way, so they arrived in Tiando City within 10 days. This kind of long journey, even with Yu Tianlin's current physical fitness, he still felt very tired, but he didn't care about resting, and went to Tiando Royal Academy on the day he arrived at Tiando City, looking for Dugu, but unfortunately, Dugu was not there. According to a classmate who knew about it, my eldest brother and Dugu formed an emperor fighting team with 7 of them. Now every night, they would go to the Heaven Do Great Soul Arena to fight their souls and practice actual combat. Work with the team, this. I just came to the academy from Tiando City to look for them, but I didn't expect that they were actually in Tiando City now, so what to do? And turn back to find them, forget it, so as not to miss it again. Anyway, the 7 of them will go back to Tiando Royal Academy at night, so why not just wait for them here? With a plan in mind, Yu Tianlin settled the problem of dinner first, and then found a small gazebo near the gate of the main campus of Tiando Royal Academy, where he rested and waited. As for Giant Pain, Yu Tianlin asked him to go to Thunder Academy to wait for him. After all, Yu Tianlin will be in contact with Dugu in the future, which involves the precious land of Binghua, so it is not suitable for Giant Pain to know. Yang Wudi's writing in this paragraph seems to be not very good, please forgive me, I will learn from the lesson to avoid similar problems in the future. The next step is the fairy grass session that I like to hear and see. Guess what I will let the protagonist eat? End of this chapter. Chapter 84 Dugu Trail, Night Chapter. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 84 Dugu Tracks, Night Talk. Yu Tianlin waited until midnight, around 11 o'clock in the evening, before he saw a group of familiar figures. Yu Tianlin had already expected this. After all, the soul fight was originally held at night, and it was inevitable that he would come back after the Huangdo battle was late. From a long distance away, Yu Tianlin heard Yufeng's bluffing voice. Tonight's team battle spirit really made me laugh to death. The blue electric Tyrannosaurus Rex who couldn't beat the boss on the opposite side actually opened the breakthrough on Lingling. I want to be the first to deal with auxiliary systems soul masters. If they really rushed in front of Lingling, it must be very interesting to suddenly send them a spiral pill at this time. Oslo laughed and said, still rushing in front of Lingling. Are they worthy? The defensive power of the two basalt tortoise martial souls of the Shi family brothers is too strong. They can't get close to Lingling at all. Lingling is completely as stable as Mount Tai. No chance. At this time, a gentle voice sounded, and Yu Tianlin could tell that it was Qin Ming who spoke. If Lingling can't make a move, try not to make a move. After all, if the skill of Helix Pill is hidden, it may be able to play a role in critical moments. Crucial role. Yi Lingling's crisp voice came, yes, Teacher Qin. You are finally back. As the seven Huangdo approached while talking, Yu Tianlin finally stood up from the small pavilion. I have been waiting for you for a long time. There was no light in the small gazebo, it looked very dark, and the distance was a bit far, so although Huangdo and the others felt that there was someone there, they didn't recognize it as Yu Tianlin. Xiaolin. Is that you? Yu Tianheng was the first to react when he heard Yu Tianlin's voice. You came out of the sect. Seeing his elder brother, Yu Tianlin couldn't help sighing. Yeah, we haven't seen each other for a year. Yu Tianlin stayed in the Zhongmen to practice for 8 months, went to the Star Luo Empire for a month, stayed in the Posey clan for 2 months, and returned to Tiando City for the last 10 days or so. Calculated like this, it took almost a year. In a few days it will be Yu Tianlin's 11th birthday. On the other hand, you guys, I heard that there was a group fight for souls in the soul fighting field recently. How do you feel? It's not bad, the record is very good. Yu Tianheng smiled. We have all broken through to the realm of the third ring, and we are participating in soul fighting at the level of soul masters. Although our soul power level belongs to the early stage of the soul master, below level 35, it is generally lower than the opponent, but our martial soul quality and soul ring quality are higher than the opponent, so the record is good. Those who come to participate in the soul fight, exercise is only a small number, and more is to win and make money. Therefore, in order to maintain the winning rate, the soul masters who participate in the soul fight should try their best to lower the level. Yu Tianlin can imagine that the opponents of the Huangdo people should be common. At level 38, 39, levels are completely suppressed. Although there are advantages in martial arts and soul rings, it is estimated that the real fight is not as easy as Yu Tianheng said. Yu Tianlin asked the crowd again to know their current soul power level. Yu Tianheng, Dugu Yan, and Shirimo are level 34, Stone Mill level 33, Oslo and Yufeng are level 32, Yi Lingling is level 31. I told you about our level. Yufeng asked curiously, what about you, Xiao Tianlin? Won't you tell us? Me? Yu Tianlin shrugged and said, I'm level 32 now. Level 32? So fast. Oslo said in surprise, I remember when we first met, Xiao Tianlin, you seemed to be 1 level lower than Lingling, but I didn't expect you to be 1 level higher than Lingling now. Even with Yufeng, well, because Yu Tianlin leapfrogged to absorb the soul ring, he increased it by 1 level, otherwise his soul power would be on par with Yi Lingling. Yi Lingling is an auxiliary soul master, and her cultivation speed would have been slower. Yu Tianlin from 1 level behind to equal, this speed is normal. Boss, it seems that you have a monstrous younger brother. Yufeng patted Yu Tianheng's shoulder with sympathy. Dugu Yan also sighed. I didn't expect Xiaolin's cultivation speed to be so fast, it seems that we have to work harder. Qin Ming, who had been watching everyone reminiscing about the old days without speaking, finally said, Tianlin, let's talk about it tomorrow. It's so late now, and everyone is tired after the team battle. It's important to go back and rest first. That's it. Yu Tianlin nodded to express his understanding. I won't bother you anymore. Goodbye, brothers and sisters. Speaking of this, Yu Tianlin hesitated for a moment, but still said, but Sister Yanzi, can you stay for a while, I have something to tell you. After everyone left, Dugu Yan asked with great interest, Xiaolin, is there any trouble? Tell my sister, and she will help you solve it. That's right, Sister Yanzi. Yu Tianlin said, can you take me to see Senior Poison Douluo? I have something very, very, very important to tell him. Yu Tianlin deliberately emphasized very 3 times to show the importance. You want to see Grandpa? Dugu Yan didn't expect that Yu Tianlin wanted to ask him for this, so he said after a moment of stunned, no problem, I can take you to see Grandpa, but Grandpa's whereabouts are uncertain, it will be a while I can't find him, I'm afraid you will have to wait for a while. Sister Yanzi, please trouble me. Yu Tianlin said, it is indeed very important that I need to see Senior Poison Douluo, so if there is any news about him, please let me know as soon as possible. Although Dugu Bo's whereabouts are uncertain, according to Yu Tianlin's knowledge, his range of activities is probably near Tiando City or Sunset Forest, not far away, so it shouldn't be difficult to find him. Okay, that's it. If there is nothing else, I'll go back first. After the two agreed, Dugu Yan glanced at a certain direction and said with a smile, I won't bother you from now on. Following Dugu Yan's departure, Yu Tianlin shook his head helplessly, and said to the place where Dugu Yan's gaze was turned just now, Sister Lingling, you can come out now. As soon as Yu Tianlin finished speaking, Yi Lingling appeared from the shadows in the distance and walked over. Because of the spirit of participating in the group battle, Yi Lingling added a pair of black leggings under her lake blue dress. Similarly, her hair was not loose, but tied into a high ponytail, which looked very youthful. When Yu Tianlin met with the Huangdo people just now, she didn't speak to Yi Lingling, and Yi Lingling also remained silent. She didn't expect that Yi Lingling would sneak over after everyone left, however, it was obvious that Yi Lingling's level of concealment was not very good, and Dugu Yan discovered it all at once. Seeing Yi Lingling approaching, Yu Tianlin said, Sister Lingling, aren't you tired after fighting the soul of the group battle? Hurry up and go back to rest. I'm fine. I didn't fight. I just stood behind and urged Joshin Begonia to heal everyone, so I'm not tired. It just consumed some soul power. Yi Lingling said that she was fine, and then carefully looked at Yu. Looking at Tianlin's face, he said, but Tianlin, you look very tired. Oh. Is there any? Yu Tianlin had been on the road crazily before, so he was indeed very tired, but after coming to Tiando Royal Academy to rest for a while, Yu Tianlin was able to adjust his state and hide all the tiredness on his face. Everyone didn't notice it, but Yi Lingling didn't expect to see it. Okay. Although he wanted to continue to deny it, but seeing Yi Lingling's serious eyes, Yu Tianlin could only tell the truth. Aside from eating and sleeping, I have been riding on horseback for the past few days, so I am really tired. But it's okay, just rest for a day or two. Sister Lingling, how are you doing recently? It means training with everyone, fighting souls, and working hard to cultivate soul power. There is nothing to talk about. Yi Lingling said softly, I just didn't expect that Tianlin's soul power surpassed mine. I have a special encounter, so I practice faster. Yu Tianlin said, actually, Sister Lingling is amazing. She broke through to the realm of Soul Master at the age of 13. This speed is equal to that of my elder brother. You must know that except me in addition, the entire Blue Lightning Overlord Sect is the fastest cultivated by the eldest brother. Speaking of soul power cultivation, Yu Tianlin's eyes lit up, Sister Lingling, I will give you a good thing in a few days. Yi Lingling's Wuhuan Joshin Begonia, I'm going to give her the 8-petal fairy orchid, 72, which happens to be the number of the Earth's evil, and the Joshin Begonia evolves. Can anyone help me think of a nice name? It can't be called an 8-petal 9-heart crabapple, it's too low. End of this chapter. Chapter 85 Dugu Yan's Coquettish Offensive. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the next period of time, Yu Tianlin asked Qin Ming for help, and opened a room in the foreigner reception area of Tiando Royal Academy, and lived directly in the academy to wait for news. The teachers of Tiando Royal Academy are divided into 3 levels just like the students. Levels, dash, to, dash, are Tianwei level teachers. Levels, dash, to, dash, are Tianzhi level teachers, and levels above, dash, are Tiando level teachers, although Qin Ming is still the sole king of the 5 rings and has not been mixed with the highest Tiando level teacher. He is young and his talent is favored by the high-level officials of Tiando Royal Academy, so his treatment is the same as that of Tiando level teachers. It's a trivial matter to get a room in the academy. The next step was to wait, but Yu Tianlin didn't wait long. 3 days later, Dugu Yan had news of her grandfather, when Yu Tianlin was meditating cross-legged in the room, Dugu Yen suddenly came to the door. Shaolin, my grandpa has come to the academy. That I didn't expect to see Dugu Bo so soon. Yu Tianlin didn't care about his cultivation at this time. After tidying up his clothes, he pushed the door and walked out. Sister Yanzi, I'm sorry to trouble you. It's okay, let's go, I'll take you to see him. Seeing Yu Tianlin coming out of the room, Dugu Yen turned around and led the way. Shaolin, don't be afraid to see Grandpa later, although he sees it sounds harsh, but it's actually pretty good. To Dugu Yan's words, Yu Tianlin just grinned. You are the only granddaughter of his Dugu Bo, of course he dotes on you. If you were replaced by an irrelevant person, he probably wouldn't be a bird, but he should not be an irrelevant person. After all, Dugu Yen is considered his sister-in-law, counting my eldest brother Yu Tianlin to be 15 years old. Dugu Yen, I don't know if the two of them have cooked raw rice. Cough cough, don't think about it. Yu Tianlin shook his head violently, throwing all these out of his mind, and followed Dugu Yen obediently, looking for poison Douluo. Soon, Yu Tianlin saw two old men walking slowly on the road ahead, as if they were discussing something. One of the old men had dark green hair and beard, and his eyes were like emeralds. He was obviously Dugu Bo. As for the other old man, he was dressed in Chinese clothes, and he was able to talk with Dugu Bo in parallel, so Yu Tianlin speculated that he should be the direct manager of Tiando Royal Academy, Prince Xuexing. Grandfather. After seeing Dugu Bo, Dugu Yen seemed very happy, and immediately forgot Yu Tianlin behind him, and flew up directly. Hey, Yen Yen. Dugu Bo hugged Dugu Yen in his arms, laughed and said, that's right, the soul power has improved again. Dugu Yen pursed her lips and said coquettishly, Grandpa, you have come to our Tiando Royal Academy, why don't you come to see me? If I didn't take the initiative to come to you, you were going to leave. Grandpa, do you dislike Yen Yen? Oh my God, seeing this scene, Yu Tianlin's eyes were about to go blind. I didn't expect Dugu Yen to have such a side. Yen Yen, look at what you said, how could Grandpa not like you? Dugu Bo comforted Dugu Yen, and then said to the old man in Chinese clothes beside him, Prince, I know everything you want to say, now Yen Yen came here, I'm afraid I'll excuse you for a while. Sure enough, Yu Tianlin's guess was correct, the old man in fine clothes was Prince Xuexing. It's okay, it's just some trivial matters. Prince Xuexing said quickly, I won't bother Mr. Dugu. After speaking, Prince Xuexing left straight away. After Prince Xuexing left, Dugu Bo asked, Yen Yen, why did you come to me suddenly today? Dugu Yen said sweetly, I'm missing Grandpa, so I heard that Grandpa is coming to the academy, so I hurried over to have a look. You miss me? I don't believe it. Dugu Bo grinned, I know it, you get tired of being with that brat from the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect every day, so you don't have time to think about me, a bad old man. Dugu Bo is jealous. Also, my precious granddaughter was abducted, and I must be upset. Grandpa, I really miss you. This time I even brought someone to visit you. Mentioning the kid from the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect, Dugu Yen remembered that he brought Yu Tianlin here this time, and turned his head quickly looking at Yu Tianlin's position. He shouted, Shaolin, come here. Senior Poison Douluo, hello. Yu Tianlin was able to walk over at this time, bowed slightly, and introduced himself. Junior Yu Tianlin is a friend of Sister Yanzi. In fact, Dugu Bo had discovered Yu Tianlin a long time ago, but he didn't care, he just regarded it as a passerby, but he didn't expect that it was his granddaughter who brought it here. Your surname is Yu, and you are from the Tianzi generation? Dugu Bo's eyes narrowed, then he shook his head and said, no, he is too young to be the right name, and I remember that kid seems to be called Yu Tianheng. You and you, what's the relationship with Tianheng? Yu Tianlin said, Yu Tianheng is my elder brother, dear elder brother. Are you Yu Tianheng's younger brother? Dugu Bo sneered, why, Yu Tianheng cheated my precious granddaughter away, so he dare not come to see me in person, let my younger brother come. Yu Tianlin was a little speechless, and didn't know what to say for a while. Brother, you have been in a relationship with Sister Yanzi for so long, and you never took the initiative to meet Dugu Bo, the result now has me on the muzzle. The atmosphere was a little silent for a while, but fortunately Dugu Yen quickly broke the atmosphere. Oh, Grandpa, that's not the case. Dugu Yan's complexion was a little rosy, obviously a little shy, but he quickly argued, Tianheng has been busy with training, so I don't have time. He came to visit Grandpa. As for Xiaolin, he said he had something very important to ask Grandpa, so I brought him along. He has something important to do with me. Hearing his granddaughter's explanation, the corners of Dugu Bo's mouth twitched. What a big deal a kid can do, it's nothing more than a trouble that needs to be solved by himself, but for the sake of his granddaughter, Dugu Bo couldn't just chase Yu Tianlin away, so he could only say angrily, okay, boy, tell me what's important. Yu Tianlin glanced around and said, here. I'm afraid it's a bit inappropriate. Can you go to a quieter place? Now the three of them are standing on the main road, not far from the playground. Maybe there will be a student union passing by here at some time, and what Yu Tianlin wants to say is very important. Obviously it is not suitable to be here. Why are you so troublesome? You act as if there is something important. Dugu Bo said impatiently, I don't have time to play with you. After saying that, Dugu Bo wanted to refuse. Grandpa. Luckily, Dugu Yan was very strong, hugged Dugu Bo's arm and shook it a few times, and said coquettishly, let's go to your residence to rest for a while. I also want to spend more time with Grandpa. Okay. Dugu Bo couldn't bear his granddaughter's coquettish attack, so he could only say with a headache, just go to my place and listen to what this kid has to say. End of this chapter. Chapter 86. Senior Dugu, you and Sister Yanzi are both poisoned. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In a magnificent room, Dugu Bo was sitting on a big rocking chair, shaking his body slightly, while Dugu Yan was standing behind him to help him massage his shoulders. From Dugu Bo's squinted eyes, it could be seen that, he is really comfortable. Dugu Bo, who was enjoying his granddaughter's massage, said casually, okay, boy, you can talk now, let me hear what important things you have. Yu Tianlin cast a glance at Dugu Yan, thought for a while, but still didn't let her go. After all, it was to detoxify her, so it was okay to let her know. Dugu Bo had been hiding Dugu Yan from before. It was because he had nothing to do with his granddaughter's poison, so he didn't want to tell Dugu Yan about it and keep her in fear. Now that Yu Tianlin was able to get rid of the poison on Dugu Yan, there was no need to hide it. Senior Poison Douluo, don't get excited about what I'm going to say next. After a small vaccination, Yu Tianlin said, hair, eyes. Huh? Yu Tianlin raised his hair and eyes. Dugu Bo opened his eyes and said, what do you mean? Sister Yanzi has purple hair and green eyes. Senior, you have green hair and green eyes. Yu Tianlin said lightly, however, as far as I know, there seems to be no such hair and eye color in the entire Douluo Continent since ancient times. So your hair color and eye color are not innate, it should be the change caused by acquired influence. Then what caused the influence? I remember that Yanzi's third soul ability is the green phosphorus purple poison. As for the original poison of the green-scaled snake spirit, it should be green. Enough. Dugu Bo suddenly let out a low cry, and appeared in front of Yu Tianlin in a flash, staring at him with those faint green eyes and said, what do you mean, kid? Don't you think both Yan Yan and I were poisoned by my own spirit? How ridiculous. I am a poisoned Douluo. As for Duguyan, after hearing Yu Tianlin's words, she also had some guesses. Her expression was a little cloudy, but after seeing her grandfather's reaction, she couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. That's right, Grandpa is so powerful, he is the only one who poisons others, how can he poison himself? Xiaolin really thought too much. Dugu Yan hurried forward, pulled Dugu Bo away, and said, Grandpa, Xiaolin cares about us, so he thinks wildly when he sees our strange hair color and eye color. Although what he said is wrong, he is also kind. Remind us. Humph. Dugu Bo snorted coldly, turned around and sat down on his rocking chair. Boy, for Yan Yan's sake, I don't care as much as you, this matter ends here, but if you go out and mess around if you say so, I won't let you go. Dugu Yan hurriedly said, Xiaolin, hurry up and apologize to Grandpa. Yu Tianlin didn't make any movements, just watched Dugu Bo's performance, and said softly, Senior, you don't have to pretend. I'm 100% sure that both you and Sister Yanzi were poisoned, and the poison came from your own martial soul. Huh? You kids still dare to talk nonsense. Dugubo's pupils shrank slightly. He just thought that Yu Tianlin was just hit by mistake, so he pretended to be aggressive, trying to scare Yu Tianlin from thinking wildly, so as to hide the truth of the poisoning, but he didn't expect Yu Tianlin to be poisoned. Tianlin didn't back down under his threat. It didn't seem like he had guessed randomly, but he was very sure. Thinking of this, Dugubo became a little cautious. Maybe this kid really noticed it, but I still have to get my granddaughter away first, so I said, Yan, you go out first, I want to teach this nonsense kid a lesson. No need, senior. Yu Tianlin said, you really don't need to act anymore, and you don't need to hide it from Miss Yanzi, because since I told you, I can help you solve it. Can you detoxify me and Yan? Hearing this, Dugubo couldn't hide anymore. He smashed the armrest of the rocking chair, jumped over from the rocking chair again, looked at Yu Tianlin with burning eyes. Although he didn't admit it directly, he also admitted himself in disguised words and the information that the granddaughter has indeed been poisoned. Grandpa, are we really poisoned? Unexpectedly, his grandpa would admit it. Dugu Yen said a little absent-mindedly, but why didn't you tell me before? Cough, Yan, Grandpa will explain to you later. After fooling his granddaughter, Dugubo said with a grim expression, speak up, kid, can you detoxify? Of course. Now that the words have been spoken, Yu Tianlin is unambiguous, and said all he knows. Poison attributes soul masters, all the poisons are condensed on the martial soul, and you are the same in this way. Powerful toxins are condensed on the jade-scaled snake martial soul, but jade-scaled snakes belong to beast martial souls, so the toxins contained in it will inevitably erode your own body, and this is how the poison on your body comes from. I know what you said. Dugubo couldn't help but nodded when he saw Yu Tianlin explaining the reason why he and his granddaughter were poisoned in a few words, but he still said, but it's useless to know, there is no good solution. Method. Don't worry, listen to me first. Yu Tianlin said calmly, because it is a beast spirit, you will be corroded by poison. What if it is replaced by a weapon spirit? Obviously not, because the poison condensed on the carrier of Wuwuhuan, it will not have a negative impact on oneself. So, the best solution is to find a carrier to condense the toxins in the carrier, then your body will naturally not be eroded by the toxins. You mean, the soul bone? Dugubo's eyes flashed green. Yes, as long as the toxin is forced into the soul bone. But soon Dugubo came to his senses, frowned and said, although what you said is a good way, how can it be so easy to force poison? If you are not careful, you will suffer backlash. That Yu Tianlin didn't speak, and directly took out the medicine formula Yang Wudi gave him from the dragon mark ring, and handed it to Dugubo. This is a drug formula. Dugubo looked at the formula in his hand, but he couldn't see the effect of the formula for a while. Yu Tianlin could only say, Senior, take a closer look. As long as you use this formula to prepare the medicine, it can assist in forcing the poison, greatly improving the success rate of channeling the poison, and will not be backlashed. Oh, hearing what Yu Tianlin said, Dugubo finally began to look at this formula seriously. The more he looked at it, the brighter his eyes became. End of this chapter. Chapter 87 Solutions and Success Rates. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This medicinal formula is perfect. Dugubo said excitedly, I have never thought that these medicinal ingredients can be combined in such a way that it can just achieve the effect of dredging toxins. Seeing that Dugubo was so excited, Yu Tianlin couldn't help reminding him, Senior, you'd better study this medicine formula carefully, because this medicine formula was given to me by someone else. Maybe there will be some kind of dark hands in it. When Yang Wudi gave Yu Tianlin the 7 bottles of medicine and the formula, the atmosphere between the two was still very harmonious. There was no falling out, so there shouldn't be any problems, but in the end, he fell out with Yang Wudi after all, so it is understandable for Yu Tianlin to be cautious. Maybe there is a problem. Dugubo frowned, looked at the medicinal materials recorded in the formula, and calculated, let me see, Banbianlian, Qian, Dijin, Qian, and Lijiangxiang, Xian. I made up the recipe, don't try to die. No problem. After studying it over and over again, Dugu said, not only is there no problem, but it is very good. The medicine prepared according to this formula has the effect of dredging toxins, and it just targets the venom of the green phosphorus snake. Yu Tianlin nodded. It seems that there is really no problem with the formula. Also, it is already very difficult to prescribe the correct formula in a targeted manner. If you manipulate the correct formula so that the subsequent formula still looks good, it will be even more troublesome. Yang Wudi only spent 2 months. It's just time, during which the potion needs to be refined, so there shouldn't be any tampering. Little guy, thank you so much this time. After putting away the formula, Dugu patted Yu Tianlin's shoulder and sighed, with this formula and the soul bone poison storage method you proposed, Yan the poison on the geese can be perfectly resolved. Ever since Dugu admitted that his grandparent and grandson were poisoned, Dugu Yan has been keeping silent, as if he was digesting and absorbing the content. At this time, after hearing what his grandfather said, he finally spoke, the poison on my body can be cured. What about your grandfather? The poison on my body? Dugu was taken aback, then smiled, Yan, there is a formula for this, the poison on my body can naturally be cured. Grandpa, don't lie to me. However, Dugu's words were useless. Dugu Yan said with flushed eyes, I heard everything you and Xiao Lin said just now. The poison on our body comes from the martial soul, so the longer the cultivation time and the higher the cultivation level, the more poison we will be infected with. So the degree of my poisoning is not deep, and it can be solved relatively easily. But Grandpa, you are different. You are 76 this year, and you have also cultivated to the realm of tidal Douluo, so isn't the poison on your body? Having said this, Dugu Yan finally couldn't help sobbing. Sigh. Dugu sighed, rubbed Dugu Yan's head, and said, as long as Yan is fine with you, Grandpa can feel at ease. And Grandpa didn't lie to you. This potion is indeed effective for me, but it will be less effective than yours. Yu Tianlin also said, Miss Yanzi, if you use this potion to divert toxins by yourself, the success rate is more than %. If you have seniors to help protect the law, the success rate will increase a lot, and you will almost never fail. As for the success rate of seniors, it should be about %. 30%. So low. Hearing Yu Tianlin tell her grandfather's success rate, Dugu Yan suddenly became nervous. Okay, Yan. Dugu wiped away her tears and said, the % success rate that Yu Tianlin said is just a conservative estimate. Grandpa, I am a poison Douluo, and I know the poison in my body very well. With the help of medicine, it will definitely be successful. Senior poison Douluo. Yu Tianlin said, actually, I have another method that can greatly increase your success rate of channeling the poison, but that must be done first for Sister Yanzi. You still have a way. Dugu was stunned for a moment, the problem that has troubled him for so many years, it would be great if you can find a solution, did not expect there to be other ways. Yu Tianlin did not explain in detail, but said, you must first help Sister Yanzi solve the toxin problem before you can use this method on you senior, because this requires the cooperation of Sister Yanzi. I will talk to you about the specific situation at that time. Explain. Okay. Since there is a way to detoxify his granddaughter and get rid of the knots that have plagued him for many years, Dugu said directly, you two wait here for a while, and the old man will get a soul bone. If you make a soul bone, you get a soul bone. Let's wait a minute, what the hell is that? Is Dugu confident that he will get it soon? Yu Tianlin couldn't help complaining in his heart, are you kidding, soul bones are not Chinese cabbage, so you can get them when you say you can get them? That's not right. If Dugu went to the Heaven Do imperial family to ask for it, the Heaven Do imperial family should give it to him in order to win him over, but this would really tie him up with the Heaven Do Empire. Anyway, Dugu is actually standing with the Heaven Do Empire, so let's tie him up. He doesn't care about it himself, so I don't have to worry about him. After Dugu hurriedly left, the room fell into silence. After a while, Duguyan suddenly walked up to Yu Tianlin, bowed deeply, and said, Xiaolin, this time it's really thank you very much. Sister Yanzi, you're out of touch now. Yu Tianlin quickly helped her up. This is what I should do, we have such a good relationship. After discovering your problem, I will definitely find a way to help you solve it. What Yu Tianlin said is the truth. Even if there is no factor of fairy grass, Yu Tianlin will find a way to help Dugu get rid of the toxin trouble only because of the relationship between Dugu and his elder brother. Dugu asked worriedly, Shaolin, tell me the truth, if Grandpa uses your potion to divert toxins, what is the success rate? Don't worry, Sister Yanzi. Yu Tianlin comforted, Senior Poison Douluo didn't lie to you. My % certainty is a conservative estimate. After all, he has advanced cultivation and a thorough understanding of his own poison, so the success rate must be more than that. A little. And after I cure you, Sister Yanzi, I will give you something to eat, so that you will have a body that is invulnerable to all poisons. At that time, your blood will also have the same effect. Using your blood as a guide, poison-fighting Senior Luo's success rate can be greatly improved. Give me something to eat. 100 poisons will not invade. Although he didn't know how Yu Tianlin planned to do it, Dugu couldn't help but heaved a sigh of relief when he saw his swearing expression, as long as I can cure Grandpa just fine. Yu Tianlin's Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex martial soul, with thunder attributes, is not suitable for eating those two celestial grasses for ice and fire body training. In the same way, the rest of the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect couldn't do it either. In this case, let Dugu come. Anyway, she is not an outsider. End of this chapter. Chapter 88 The 3-Year Mandala Snake Skull. You are listening at novelfull.audio. That's right, Yu Tianlin was going to feed Dugu the fiery Xingjiashu and star anise Xianbing grass, and asked her to practice ice and fire body training. In fact, Yu Tianlin was also very greedy, but after he thought about it carefully, it didn't suit him, because he is a Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex martial soul, he is born with thunder attribute. If he eats this kind of herb with strong fire attribute and ice attribute, it may cause problems. In his opinion, soul masters who do not have elemental attributes are suitable for ice and fire body training, so everyone in the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect cannot do it, but Dugu can. As for what Tang San said to Dugu Bo in the original book, after eating Li Hua Xingjiashu and star anise black ice grass, he will lose his poison power, which is obviously avoidable. Tang San's own blue silver grass spirit was poisonous, and the 8 spider lances attached to the spirit bone were also poisonous. However, after he ate these 2 celestial herbs, the toxins were not eliminated, on the contrary, the poison remained. Obtain 2 types of poisons, extreme cold and extreme heat, and upgraded to a mixed poison. Therefore, as long as Dugu succeeds in forcing the poison, all the toxins are channeled into the soul bone, and after eating these 2 plants of fairy grass, there will be no problem of its own toxins being dissolved, but it will be able to greatly strengthen its own toxins. Then, using Dugu blood to assist Dugu Bo in channeling the toxin can also greatly increase the success rate, which is simply perfect. As for the other fairy herbs, first arrange for yourself what you need, and then the elder brother will definitely give one. Grandpa is getting old. Even if he eats fairy herbs, there is no possibility of hitting the god level, so give him a 9th grade purple lucidum at that level, just help him break through. As for his father, he is still in his prime. Yu Tianlin can't make up his mind what to give him for a while. Let's see when the time comes. Yu Tianlin was thinking in his heart, Dugu was also thinking deeply. Neither of them spoke. Time passed by so slowly, and before he knew it, the sun was setting towards the west, and Dugu Bo finally rushed back. Yen, little guy, I kept you waiting for a long time. Dugu Bo said as soon as he came back, this time I made a good thing. Senior, you brought back a soul bone so quickly? Yu Tianlin asked curiously, can you show me? Although Yu Tianlin has a high status in the Blue Lightning Overlord Sect, he has never seen a soul bone with his own eyes. At most, he has read some information about soul bones. He knows that his grandfather has 3 pieces, but his grandfather never used it in his face. Although the news about the soul bone should be kept secret, the solution proposed by Yu Tianlin was that the soul bone was required to carry the toxin, so Yu Tianlin already knew about it, so it doesn't hurt to let him have a look. After thinking for a while, Dugu still warned, "Little guy, it's fine to let you see, but you must not leak the news that Yan has a soul bone outside. And Yan also, although this soul bone is for you absorbed, but you are not allowed to use it casually, unless it is extremely dangerous. Senior, don't worry, I know the severity. Grandpa, I understand." After seeing that both of them agreed, Dugu took out the soul bone. It was a triangular bone, only 3 inches in size, and the whole body was dark green. Yu Tianlin could tell that it was a skull head spirit bone, that you must know that apart from the external spirit bones, among the 6 ordinary spirit bones that a soul master can absorb, the torso bone ranks first and is the most important, and the second only to the torso bone is the skull. Dugu nodded and said, "That's right, this is a soul bone from the head of a datura snake. It's 3 years old. I never thought that the royal family would be so willing to give it to me. Let me go, 3 years." Yu Tianlin was a little surprised. If it was just an ordinary 1000-year level spirit bone, it would be fine, but this head spirit bone actually reached 3 years. 1000-year level soul bones are very tasteless to title Douluo, but 10,000-year level soul bones are of great use to title Douluo, so 10,000-year soul bones are many times more precious than 1000-year soul bones. In order to win over Dugu, the royal family was able to spend so much money. Dugu continued, "Yan's martial soul is a green-scaled snake, and snake-like soul bones, especially poisonous snakes, are the best, so this Mandala snake skull fits very well with Yan." Dugu was not surprised by the strength of this soul bone, but asked with a little worry, "Grandpa, there is no free lunch in this world, the Heaven Do imperial family must give you such a good soul bone for your doing something, aren't you?" "Don't worry, Yan." Dugu held the soul bone in one hand and rubbed Dugu head with the other hand, and said, "Prince Xuexing has saved my life, and I always repay my kindness. So I was originally in the same camp as the Heaven Do Empire, and they were willing to give me this spirit bone because they wanted me to have a closer relationship with them, and they would not force me to do anything because of this." "Really? That's fine." Hearing what Dugu said, Dugu felt relieved. "Okay, Yan, let's stop talking nonsense." Dugu handed the soul bone in front of Dugu and said, "Absorb this head soul bone, it will have a great impact on your future cultivation. Benefits, and it can help you channel toxins afterwards." "Okay." Looking at Dugu and Yu Tianlin, Dugu nodded, took the spirit bone and sat cross-legged on the bed, slowly closing his eyes. Dugu held the head spirit bone in his hand, stuck it on his forehead, and then began to sense it. Not long after, the Mandala snake skull began to emit a faint green light, covering Dugu body in it. Obviously, the absorption of spirit bones has already started. Although Dugu didn't say it clearly, Yu Tianlin also knew a lot about spirit bones. After a simple deduction, it was easy to guess that this spirit bone should have a powerful poison attack skill. Yu Tianlin expressed envy for this, and at the same time subconsciously touched the top of his head. "So far, my stupid hair has only the effect of attracting lightning and quenching the rain. Although this effect is indeed against the sky in a sense, it belongs to the category of continuous development after all, and it takes time to accumulate." In fact, Yu Tianlin was very eager for those soul bones with powerful skills. It's a pity that the Blue Lightning Overlord Dragon martial soul needs thunder attribute soul bones or soul bones produced by dragon species soul beasts. The requirements are relatively strict. Although the sect has developed for so many years and has accumulated some soul bones, many of them are not suitable, and most of them some of the years are under 10,000 years, and the quality is not very good. So there are only 3 soul bones that really belong to the sect's inheritance. Those 3 soul bones are all on Grandpa. Even second Grandpa and Dad don't have one soul bone. It's really a good thing. It would be great if only my stupid hair could evolve. Logically speaking, my stupid hair is an external spirit bone. With the improvement of my cultivation base, it should be able to evolve. Why has there been no movement? Hey, when do you think the protagonist's dumb hair will evolve, and what will it evolve into? End of this chapter. Chapter 89 The Poison of the Soul Bone. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Originally attached to the forehead, the 3-inch-sized soul bone gradually grew larger, completely covering Dugu Yan's head, then slowly shrunk, and finally turned into a phantom and merged into Dugu Yan's head, leaving only a faint green light envelopes her head. It seems that Dugu Yan's absorption of the head soul bone is getting better. Yu Tianlin and Dugu Bo are not in a hurry, just waiting in the room. But what Yu Tianlin didn't expect is that Dugu Yan absorbed this bone soul bones. Actually take such a long time. It was around midnight that Dugu Yan finished absorbing it. As Yu Tianlin watched from the sidelines, he could clearly see that after Dugu Yan opened his eyes, a strong green light burst out from the already green pupils, the light overflowed, and Yu Tianlin faintly felt a tingling sensation in his spirit. Fortunately, this feeling was not strong. As long as he concentrated and resisted a little, this discomfort would disappear. It seems that Dugu Yan's mental strength is already higher than her own. This situation is exactly the same as that of Yu Tianlin himself after he absorbed the third spirit ring, but the difference is that what he absorbed was the spirit ring of a 800-year-old spiritual beast, while Dugu Yan absorbed the 3-year-old spirit ring. The head soul bone of a spirit beast. In terms of the year, Dugu Yan's soul bone was completely crushed, even if it came from a non-spiritual soul beast, but it is a head soul bone after all, with a certain amount of spiritual power, so in general, the spiritual power that Dugu Yan improved this time compared with when Yu Tianlin absorbed the third spirit ring, his improvement was much higher. If this piece of soul bone came from a spiritual soul beast, then the improvement of spiritual power would be terrifying, but it's hard to say who is good and who is bad. After all, the soul bone of the Mandala snake's head is more compatible with Dugu Yan's martial soul. Concentrate, restrain your mental power. That like the previous Yu Tianlin, Dugu Yan's mental strength has been greatly improved, but he has lost control to a certain extent and is exploding wantonly, so Dugu Bo couldn't help but reminded him with a low drink. Dugu Yan quickly closed her eyes, and began to adapt to her soaring mental power. She seemed to have learned a little way to control her mental power before, so she quickly restrained most of her mental power. Grandpa, I succeeded. After opening his eyes again, Dugu Yan said excitedly. Dugu Bo didn't say anything, but his expression was very pleased. Congratulations, Miss Yanzi. Yu Tianlin took 2 steps forward and congratulated, successfully absorbed the 3-year-old Mandala snake skull, and your mental power has greatly increased. It's not just mental power. Dugu Yan smiled. This spirit bone also provides me with an attack skill. Come on, try it. Dugu Bo walked directly to the corner, as if he pressed some switch. A steel plate about a foot thick rose slowly from the center of the room. This is the residence arranged by Prince Xuexing for Dugu Bo in the Heaven Do Imperial Academy. It is so comprehensive, it even has steel plates for testing, but Yu Tianlin didn't expect Dugu Bo to show his spirit bone skills in front of him, not to mention the soul bone skills. Even the soul ring skills are very private things, unless they are very familiar with people. Soul masters will not reveal them easily. It seems that after he helped their grandparent and grandson find a solution to the poisoning problem, Dugu Bo looked at him differently and completely regarded him as his own. Hearing his grandfather's words, Dugu Yan didn't hesitate at all, and stepped back 20 meters away from the steel plate, directly mobilizing the soul bone in his head. Without any warning, a helmet appeared on Dugu Yan's head. The whole helmet was dark green and triangular. A strong dark green light burst out from the helmet, and Yu Tianlin could see that this light condensed into the shape of a snake's head, and then suddenly flew straight ahead. The speed of the snake's head was extremely fast, and it jumped 20 meters in an instant. Before it hit the steel plate, the snake's mouth suddenly opened wide, exposing Senhen's fangs, and bit down fiercely. Hey, this looks very similar to my Thunder Dragon Claw, except that my first soul skill is to condense the soul power into the shape of a dragon claw, while Dugu Yan's soul bone skill is to condense the shape of a snake head, and they are also flying shots. Out and attack the enemy. The principle seems to be the same. At most Dugu Yan's soul bone is older, so the power of skills is much stronger, but the next moment, Yu Tianlin overturned his judgment, because when the snake head formed by the condensed soul power collided with the steel plate, it just took a hard bite, and then dissipated directly. Won't this snake head explode? Just pounce on it and take a bite and it's gone. Where does this hurt? Although very surprised, Yu Tianlin quickly reacted. It's not right, you can't make a rough judgment like this. although the snake head doesn't seem to have any strong physical damage, but this head spirit bone comes from a datura snake, so the skill should be mainly poisonous damage. Thinking of this, Yu Tianlin walked towards the steel plate, and Dugu Bo and Dugu Yan's grandfather and grandson also moved in the same way. When the three of them moved closer, they could see 4 small holes in the steel plate, which were the traces left by the venomous fangs of the snake's head just now, but apart from the small holes left by these 4 fangs, it seems that there are no other traces on the steel plate, and the effect of the toxin cannot be seen at all. The power of this poisonous skill is still not suitable for testing with a steel plate. Dugu Bo didn't say a word, his 5 fingers formed into claws, and he directly used his powerful soul power to dig out the part of the steel plate that was bitten by the fangs. At this time, Yu Tianlin was finally able to see the whole picture. Although there is not much change on the surface of the steel plate, the inside has been dyed green. Dugu Bo nodded, and said, "That's right, this spirit bone skill is quite good, and it contains the powerful poison of the datura snake. It's just that the toxicity of the datura snake is mainly manifested in paralysis and damage to the nervous system of the body, so it is difficult to see the power of this skill with a steel plate. If the bite just now was on the body of a creature, you can clearly feel the power of this skill." Hearing what Dugu Bo said, Yu Tianlin's heart moved and said, "Senior, I remember that the toxicity of the jade scale snake is mainly manifested in erosion and corrosion. If it cooperates with the toxicity of the datura snake, wouldn't it be possible to achieve a complementary effect? A paralysis and damage to the nervous system, an erosion and corrosion, the superposition of the two, it is terrifying to think about." "Indeed," Dugu Bo said with a satisfied smile, "after the poison from Yanyan's body is drained into this soul bone, then the soul bone skill should be equipped with datura snake venom and jade scale snake venom at the same time. This kind of mixed poison, even I find it very troublesome." Not only that, Yu Tianlin planned to let Dugu Yan eat Lihua Xingjiashu and star anise black ice grass, and then add 2 kinds of extreme cold and extreme heat poisons. It can be predicted that Dugu Yan will surpass Dugu Bo in terms of toxicity in the future. Many people are saying that the 2 celestial grasses are the keys to the Binghuo Liangyi Eye. After eating it, you can sneak into the Binghuo Liangyi Eye and find the body of the Binghuo Dragon King below. But the third part said that the Ice Fire Dragon King is under 10,000 meters, even if the protagonist eats the fairy grass and can enter the Ice and Fire Liangyi Eye, but when the level is low, he has no ability to go deep into the sky. The corpse of the Ice and Fire Dragon King is destined to be done in the later stage, and in the later stage, after the protagonist becomes stronger, even if he has not eaten these 2 celestial grasses, he can still dive in the pool of ice and fire yin yan by relying on his own strength. End of this chapter. Chapter 90 Immortal Herbs on the agenda. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It was already late at night after Dugu Yan absorbed the soul bone, so the matter of forcing the poison naturally had to be put on hold for the time being, and we'll talk about it the next day. Regarding the matter of forcing the poison, Yu Tianlin did not take out the 7 bottles of potions on his body. In the end, he was still afraid that there would be problems. If Yang Wudi added some ingredients to it, it would be a big trouble, so he simply used the formula to prepare it. Yu Tianlin asked Yang Wudi for the formula on a whim, so even if Yang Wudi tampered with the potion, he probably didn't change the formula. Yu Tianlin had already given the formula to Dugu Bo before, and he could just let him handle the problem of medicinal materials and preparation. Although these medicinal materials are not precious varieties, they are troublesome to collect. Dugu Bo was eager to solve his granddaughter's problem and didn't want to waste time, so he went directly to the Tiando imperial family to get them. The Tiando imperial family was also happy in the same way. They wanted to win over Dugu Bo, so they were not afraid that Dugu Bo would want this or that, but they were afraid that Dugu Bo would have no desires. As for Dugu Bo, anyway, he even accepted the 3-year-old soul bone, and already owed such a big favor, so these medicinal materials are not bad. With the help of the Heaven Do Empire, Dugu Bo gathered enough medicinal materials within 1 day, and then used another 2 days to prepare the potion. This efficiency is astonishing. The reason why Yang Wudi spent 2 months before was probably spent most of the time deriving the formula, and he may have intentionally slowed down the progress a bit in order to let Yu Tianlin stay in the Peji clan for a while longer. The next step is to help Dugu Yen channel the toxins. This potion needs to be taken once a day, and after taking it, he must actively control and channel the toxins for 7 days in a row. With Dugu Bo's personal support, there shouldn't be any problems, but Yu Tianlin has nothing to do, so he can only nest in the room every day to cultivate his soul power. Coincidentally, on the 7th and last day when Dugu Yen was draining the toxin, Yu Tianlin's soul power just made a breakthrough and reached level 33. It has been 4 months since he absorbed the 3rd soul ring, and he has been promoted to a level in 4 months. This speed is also very fast in the Soul Master level. After completely solving his granddaughter's toxin problem, Dugu Bo excitedly approached Yu Tianlin. Little guy, it's really thanks to you that Yan can completely get rid of the toxin problem. It's all what I should do. Yu Tianlin withdrew from the cultivation state, and said with a smile, since all the toxins of Sister Yanzi have been drained, then it's you, Senior. Seeing that the topic had shifted to himself, Dugu Bo took advantage of the situation and asked, Little guy, you said there is a way to improve my success rate of channeling toxins. How should I do it? Don't worry, my method needs the cooperation of Yanzi's sister. Yu Tianlin looked towards the door of the room, when Dugu Yen came slowly and said, Shaolin, tell me your solution. I will definitely cooperate with all my strength. Okay. Yu Tianlin agreed, with a gleam in his eyes, and said to Dugu Bo, Senior, take me to your medicine garden, the real solution to your problems lies there. My medicine garden. Dugu Bo was taken aback for a moment, and then his expression suddenly became cloudy. Seeing the change in Dugu Bo's expression, Yu Tianlin continued, That's right, I'm talking about that place, Senior, your medicine garden in the Sunset Forest. Do you know that I have a medicine garden in the Sunset Forest? After a change of expression, Dugu Bo regained his composure, took a deep look at Yu Tianlin, and asked, How did you know that? The geese never said that. Grandpa, do you still have a medicine garden in the Sunset Forest? Dugu Yen finally understood what the two were talking about, and pouted dissatisfiedly, but why didn't I know? Grandpa, how many things do you have? Keep it from me. Dugu Bo didn't explain to his granddaughter, but just looked at Yu Tianlin fixedly, wanting to hear what he had to say. This question is very complicated. Yu Tianlin is also hard to explain. I can't say what I read in the book in my previous life, so I can only say, but I can guarantee that there is no one other than me and seniors about this matter. The third person knows. No, now I want to add Sister Yanzi, only the 3 of us know about it. Seeing Yu Tianlin's reluctance to speak out, Dugu Bo frowned immediately. Where did this kid know? I didn't even tell Yan, so I must not have leaked it myself. Could it be that this kid was lucky enough to touch it while I was away? But it's not right. I have set up a poison formation outside. Trespassing below level, will definitely kill you. Oh, that's right, this kid can solve the poisoning problem of Yan and me, so it is possible to get in after resisting the poison. Dugu Bo thought about it for a while, and felt that he had guessed the truth, so he couldn't help saying, You said you're going there, but can you be more specific and explain the reason? Yu Tianlin thought for a while, and said ambiguously, There are 2 herbs in it. After eating together, you can get a body that is invulnerable to all poisons. However, Senior, you can't eat it. It will dissipate all your poison skills, but Sister Yanzi can eat it, because the toxin in her body has been forced into the soul bone, so it has no effect. Sister Yanzi will get a body that is invulnerable to all poisons after eating it, and her blood will also have this effect at that time, and with Sister Yanzi's body as a transfer point, the effect of this medicine that is invulnerable to all poisons will be reduced. It will be much gentler. At this time, Senior, you can use Sister Yanzi's blood as a medicine guide, and if you mix it with medicine, the success rate of dispelling the toxin will be much higher. Use Yan's blood. Hearing Yu Tianlin's explanation, Dugu Bo's expression changed suddenly. No, absolutely not. Yu Tianlin had a brief talk with Dugu Yen before, so now she is mentally prepared and said firmly, If it can help Grandpa, I am willing. Anyway, Xiaolin will definitely not let me bleed to death, as much blood as you want. No, it doesn't really take much blood. Seeing that the two had misunderstood, Yu Tianlin said dumbfounded, A drop or 2 at a time is enough, it's not as exaggerated as you think. This Dugu Bo was stunned for a moment. Although the amount of blood needed was not much, he felt uncomfortable when he thought of his granddaughter bleeding for himself. Seeing Dugu Bo's expression, Yu Tianlin probably understood what he was thinking, and couldn't help saying, "Senior, those 2 herbs are very effective. To be honest, I'm very envious, but unfortunately because of the incompatibility of the martial soul attributes, cannot eat. After Sister Yanzi eats it, she will be able to strengthen her foundation and cultivate her vitality without any side effects. On the contrary, it will lay the foundation for future cultivation. In the future, cultivation will be as simple as eating and drinking water. Before the title Douluo, there will be nothing bottleneck. As for the bloodletting to treat you, it is simply a trivial matter." Dugu Bo and Dugu Yen said in unison, "So powerful." End of this chapter.